Grant, you've had another couple of days, obviously, to look back on Saturday's performance. Is your assessment now much as it was right after the final whistle?
Yeah, we had a chat with the boys this morning. Got them back, into a level keel, really. We're disappointed, we are, of course, the 2 games, but no one said it was going to be easy this season. There's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be trials and tribulations all season, but we need to make sure we stay level. I've said this all the time, about even when we won games this season, and we've won, quite a lot, that we're not getting too high about it. But the boys were great. They've responded brilliantly in training yesterday when they were in. The session was first class, and today. So it's we're all looking forward to the Derby game now. It's firmly out of our mind now, Saturday's performance. We know it wasn't good enough. We know we need to respond in the right manner, and I'm sure we will.
Yeah, and key to keep that belief, isn't it? Because it will be understandable, easy to have that belief knocked by the past couple of games, but you can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, I think we've got to trust in what we're doing. We firmly believe what we're doing is the right thing. The players just need to trust themselves and believe in themselves a bit more, and they will, because we've got a good group. We've got some experienced players in there, the Taylors, the Grants, the Doherty's played a lot of games, and Taffazoli, Baldwin, they've all played a lot of games in this league, so they've all been through defeats and they've all had victories in their career, and they know how to deal with both. So it's good that they are in and around some of the younger ones who possibly find it a little bit more difficult to respond after defeat, but they're fine. The boys are great this morning, and I've got no problems, and we're looking forward to the game now.
And clearly, with Charlton having been postponed next weekend, it makes it a little easier in some ways with this game, because you can just focus on it and then you've got your time off afterwards. Of course,
yeah, we are firmly focused on it. 1 or 2 knocks, as you expect, with the games coming thick and fast, but everyone seems in good spirits. We'll pick a team to win the game. We want to be strong. We're playing against our local rivals, really. So it's also we need to respond with a positive result as well. So it's a good game for us. It's a really good game for us to come around so quickly after that defeat. Back at home, where we have been generally good this season. Disappointed to lose. I said to you after the game, disappointed to lose by such a big margin, really. But I think that's just the way we are, really. We go for it. We concede. We try and get back into the game, and ultimately we're liable to concede on the counter, which we did. But that's Peterborough for you. It's not about getting beat 1-0 and not having a go. I think we do have a go, and that's the mindset that my players are in, I'm in, and my coaching staff's in.
Presumably, with the game against Northampton, a very, very different challenge to what you had with Southampton last month.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jimmy's gone in there, he steadied it a bit, of course. He had a couple of good wins in his first 2 games. They're strong, they're resolute, they're hard to break down. So it's going to be a completely different game, possibly the first time we played them. But we know what they're about, we know their strengths, we know their weaknesses, like any team. We got to make sure we impose our game on them. We make it about us and not Northampton, and hopefully we can get a positive result from it.
Yeah, we saw a bit of Danny Lloyd on Saturday, possibly the most we've seen of him in a game. Is he someone who's getting close in terms of your thinking for a start now? Is he someone that you'd like to take more of a look at in a game situation?
I thought Danny did well when he came on. I thought he did well. I thought he was positive. I think he put a couple of great crosses in that we just didn't get on the end of. He's been training really well. He's got a great attitude. He was brought to the club because of his attitude first and foremost, but also his ability to score goals and create goals. So we're impressed with Danny. Everything he does every day is he's a bubbly character. He keeps the boys on their toes as well. So he's definitely, listen, he's in and around the squad, as is Alex Penny, who you haven't really seen much of either. So it's good to have that competition. He's knocking on the door for sure, and I'm sure the chance will start coming Danny's way.
Yeah, and with competition, great to see Jermaine get a start at the weekend. Maybe overlooked a bit given the drama of the game, but over a year since he last started a match, for him just to be back there, back involved and competing must be great. It was,
and it was great to get him on the pitch. I thought he was good for 45 minutes, Jermaine, and like the rest of the team, didn't see much of him in the second half. But Jermaine, when he's fit and firing, he's a great asset to us, and we're delighted to get him tied down on a longer deal. Now he can just get his head down, concentrate on his football, concentrate on training every day well, and you know, trying to push to get more starts, because it's going to take a while for Jermaine. I think you've seen the last time he came back from his last injury. We played him at Rochdale and he struggled a little bit, you know, and it'll take a while for Jermaine to get back into the swing of things, but when he does, you know, it's a great asset for us.
Yeah, because it's a long while that he's been out. Of course, the ultimate aim for him, he was on such a good run of form before he got that initial knee injury, and he would obviously clearly love to get back to those heights.
He will get back to them. He will get back to them. He's an excellent player. Strong, quick, can run past people. He likes to get in the box and score goals as well, which is something we need from midfield this year. We're going to need goals, not just from Jack Marriott or the forward players. We need goals from other areas of the pitch, and that's a question I asked of the team as well after the game, that we can't rely too much on that. We have to provide from other areas of the pitch. The best teams in the league have that, and that's something we need to strive to do better from.
Yeah, and of course it's all part of football, dealing with injuries, but Junior and Guion, two players who were contributing goals, you lose them both at the same time. Naturally, you need someone to step forward.
Well, not only you lose their goals, you lose their work rate, which is massive. The amount of work they put in, it's probably why those two are such fan favourites, really, Junior and Guion. Because of their work rate, they can see that they're working their absolute best for the team. And a huge blow to miss them too. But I said to you before, this is why we've got a squad. The other boys need to step up to the mark now. You know, Ricky Miller, Idris Kanu, whoever's going to play and step in for Guion, they need to step up to the mark and produce, because they're at this football club because they deserve to be here, and they're good players. So they need to trust and believe themselves that they can come in and do the job that Junior and Guion were doing, but hopefully did even better.
Yeah, with Ricky, we've seen flashes from him so far. I suppose the difficulty for him, and it will be his own expectations as much as anyone else, he was banging in goals pretty much every week for Dover last season. He's just waiting for that first one to come around and really show that he knows what it's all about at League One level.
Well, he's only started 3 games. You know, you put it into perspective really. He's only started 3 games. Yes, he hasn't scored. Well, he did score, but it was flagged offside. We watched it back and he wasn't. He possibly could have had a hat-trick on Saturday. Ricky would probably be kicking himself about that, you know. Chance in the first half, the chance he hit the post, the other chance he had in the second half. On another day, Ricky would have had 3. So that just shows you what type of game it was on Saturday. We've got no problems with Ricky. I actually said to him the other day, I said, just forget about scoring. Just concentrate on working hard for the team, getting your game right, and the goals will come. Because when you focus strongly on something and desperate for a goal, it doesn't come. So just forget about it, get on with your game, concentrate on us winning the game first, and the goals will come for you.
Yeah, I know you've said that before, that it is not helpful to fixate on a certain thing about your game. It won't really help you out. With Junior, do we know whether he's going to need surgery yet?
Yes, he will. He'll have surgery tomorrow. So we're going to be missing him for a lengthy period of time, really. But what it will do is it'll help him in the long run, and it'll make it a lot more stable, if you like, and hopefully it doesn't come along again in future for him. So big loss, but at least we've got to the problem early. We've got him in to get his operation as quick as we can. John's done brilliantly to get him in there tomorrow. So he'll start his rehabilitation after that.
So a couple of knocks and niggles, the usual kind of thing. Guion, and I guess Callum Chettle's still working his way back. Junior, we've mentioned that's presumably it.
They are. Callum's really close. Callum's less than a week away from getting back involved with the first team, training with us every day. Guion is just a risk that we can't afford to take, really. If it was in a playoff final or something like that, we could probably strap him up and he'd go out there, Guion, no problems. But he's still struggling a little bit. The break next week's probably done Guion the world of good, because it would have been a rush to try and get him back. He probably could have been fit for that game, but it would have been a rush to get him back. So having that no game next week is great for Guion, and I think the Football League's done that for Guion, hasn't they? So I think he's delighted.